What rewards should you be applying for good behavior? What rewards work? And what is the neuroscience behind it? Let's take a look. I'm Danielle Douglas, the Behaviour Management and Neuroscience Specialist, and we are helping over 87 countries around the world, supporting over 60,000 people and making behaviour management easy using neuroscience. The Behaviour Planner was Education Book of the Year 2025 finalist, and we've just been nominated for another award. If you haven't already checked out our free resources, then do so. We also have a behavior video library here on YouTube, and you might find this video interesting. Do not miss the Behaviour Brains children's book. This is the children's book that looks at the behavior and the brains of children, how to manage and how to switch them. So what rewards should we be giving? I always get messages about this saying what rewards should we give and what is the neuroscience behind exactly how they work. We give rewards to cause a hormone response in a child. We give a reward to tell a child that they've done something well. And the idea of that and the purpose of giving that reward is to cause a hormone response in their body, to tag that behavior as effortful, meaning that that child is much more likely to do the behavior again. So let's take a look at actually what is happening and where this comes from. The positive reinforcement and reward system is from prehistoric caveman times. Within our brain, what would happen in caveman times would be that when we were hungry or when we left the cave, the brain would reward us every time we caught something. So we would go out to hunt, and every time we caught something, the brain would release dopamine and serotonin. This would mean that leaving the cave was effortful, even though it was dangerous and could get us killed. Just the same as this, what we want to do is trigger a hormone response in a child for them, their body and their hormones to register that the behavior that they've done is effortful and they should definitely do that behavior again. So when we give a child a reward for something, a behavior or something that they've done, we would give a child a reward and that will signify to the brain that they've done something good. This releases hormones in the body like serotonin and dopamine, which cause a rise of the feel-good hormone. This then means that the brain will tag and register that behavior as effortful because it gets a reward. However, this does mean that for the reward to be tagged in the child's brain and for the reward to work, we need to give the reward immediately and it needs to be linked to the behavior. We often get teachers, schools, parents reaching out and saying, I'm waiting until Friday until I give them the reward, or we're waiting until Friday to give them a certificate. Now, this doesn't work because the behavior needs to be tagged, linked, and the dopamine and serotonin response needs to happen straight away. However, if, for example, we've got marbles in a marble jar and then we get the reward at the end, that's great. If we're giving a sticker or a positive reinforcement reward or a thumbs up even, anything to signify to the child that that behavior was effortful enough to stimulate a hormone response, which will tag that behavior as worth doing. The longer we leave that response or the longer that we leave that tagging of the behavior, the less likely it is for the brain to remember that that was the behavior that needs tagging and that is effortful. If you remember, children will have forgotten 50% of what is said to them within 1 hour. This is called the forgetting curve by Ebbinghaus, and we talk about this in lots of our videos. However, children need to have been given the feedback about the behavior within the hour, otherwise they will have forgotten 50% of what they've done. Just like when a dog does something good and we want to reward them, we don't wait until Friday to give them the reward or until the next summer holiday. And just like Olympic runners or Olympic winners, they don't wait a week or a month to get their medals. Just like this, we need to give children the positive reinforcement and feedback immediately for that behavior. Now, this can look very, very different for lots of different people. In our classroom, over the last 7 years, we've removed all physical items of positive reinforcement. We've done this for a few different reasons, mainly the overflooding of dopamine. And we have videos about this as well and about impulse behaviors. But the rise of dopamine in children, especially when we are giving rewards such as sweets, means that children become desensitized to dopamine. So we've removed all physical items of positive reinforcement for children. This also was due to me either forgetting or eating everything that was in sight. We've replaced our positive reinforcement within our classroom of things that we can implement straight away to tag the behaviour, but also things that don't require a physical giving of a positive reinforcement. This also stops the expectation that children think that when they've done something good that they should get something for it. These are a few examples of our positive reinforcement that we use within our classroom. For example, a smile, a high five, a thumbs up, a wink, a cheer, a clap. We have more information on the power of positivity on children's brains because it is significant. If you knew the impact of positivity on children's and your brain, you would be the most positive person in the world. If you would like more information on the power of positivity or rewards that we give, then please comment positive below. I'm Danielle Douglas. Let's talk behaviour.